Hi, guys. Okay, so, every time I finish up with you, I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't say this, or oh, wait, I forgot to talk about that. And I just feel like that's just going to be the way that it is every single time that I make a video. So, okay, so I'm going to go backwards and jump forwards and go all over the place again. I'm getting my grandkids tonight. I'm getting both my grandboys tonight. So they'll be running around the house here for the next 2 nights. So I'm hoping that I get on here to make videos. If anything, I'll do it after they go to bed at night. Okay. So I promise you guys, I'm definitely going to be coming on here. Okay. So my stepfather, right? He was a gem, let me tell you. Again, though, I love him, right? Anyhow, smoked like a freaking fiend, man, like piles of cigarettes like this in the ashtray. He ran his own lawn mowing business. So in the winters, he was home. Now, in the winters, I hated when he was home. I hated when he was home when I came home from school. I know this is so gross and it's so weird and it's just something I probably shouldn't even mention, but it's something that if somebody would do this to my child, I think I'd punch him in the face. He would complain that I would come home and use the restroom. Like I would hold it all day, right? I would pee at school, but if I had to really go to the restroom, I would hold it until I came home because that's where I was comfortable coming home. The cat's playing with his bird, if you hear it. So anyway, I started getting yelled at for pooping after school at home. So it became this thing with me then at school. I always knew that he didn't like me doing that, but oh well, right? But then after I realized like he actually screamed at me about it, I thought, oh my gosh, well, I got to try to poop before I come home. So then that became like an anxiety thing all day long at school for me. It was just insanity. I mean, it's like you can't tell somebody where to shit and how to shit and when to shit. But he did. So he was that sort of person. He just gave you hell over stuff you'd never give somebody hell over, It just, like just selfish. He acted like a child. I don't know. And when I moved out, which is really, I know what he wanted me to do. When I moved out and moved in with my boyfriend, my now husband, that was not peaceful after I moved out. He would get his panties in a bunch over there at my mom's house or whatever. My mom would, start missing me, or I don't know what the hell was going on over there. But every so many weeks, 2-3 weeks, my mom's on the phone demanding I have to come home, or else they're going to call the police, or they're going to whatever, get my boyfriend's parents in trouble. I have to come home. And every time they'd make me come home, I was back out within I swear, 2 days it seemed, maybe a little bit longer sometimes. So it wasn't just like a move here and a move there. It was like, make her come back. Then she has to go again, and then make her come back. And then she has to go again. And I was so ready to turn 18. I was so ready to be just done with all of them. And I know I've said that numerous times, but man, if you said to me, I would pay you $1 million to go back and be a kid again, nope, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. I would never go back to my childhood. You could not pay me enough money to go back to my childhood. But I learned a lot, right? Anyhow, so I marry my husband. His name is Ed. So I married my boyfriend. Now he's my husband. His name is Ed. My mom does not come to the wedding. Now listen, my whole life, ever since my mom had left me, all I thought was, when I have children, they will not go through any of the things that I'm going through. I will never leave them. I will always put them first. Nothing is more important. Nothing will ever be more important than them. And I would always say this to myself. And I would always hear, just keep going. You have to keep going. You have to get through this childhood. This is not what you came here for. You have to keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. You're going to help everybody. Just keep moving forward. Okay. So I just keep moving forward, right? So I get married. We had that miscarriage. And before you know it, we're pregnant again. So, you know, what were we? We weren't even married a year, and we had our daughter. So we had Leah, and it was like the happiest day of my life. Having that baby was the best thing ever. I was going to take care of her, and I was not going to let anybody hurt her. And I knew that I had to take care of myself and get my own shit together in order to take care of her. She is my everything, right? Like there was nothing more important in the world than her to me. And I know that we all feel that. Well, I think most of us feel that as parents when we have children, we have babies. You know, just loved her to pieces. Anyhow, keep seeing stuff, you know, that never goes away, right? So that's all going on, and the evil and the good stuff is going on, and the evil stuff is getting pretty heightened at this point. Again, I felt as though I was being almost chased. I had probably felt that from about the age of like 17, that I was being chased. I could see things in the back of my car at times. They weren't human. It was like I was being fucking hunted. And it was all a spiritual hunt. And I knew it, but I didn't want to go back to talking to all of the people that I talked to. It had been gone for so long, I didn't even know how to do any of that. I still heard all of the voices in my head. I'd still see things from time to time, but I definitely felt as though I didn't have the connect that I used to. But it was still going on. I know that sounds so weird. It just wasn't like it was when I was a kid. I just blocked it for so long. And so anyway, Leah, I don't know. She was sitting on the floor. So she's sitting. I don't know. She's not that old. And, you know, normal everyday stuff. I watch a spirit come out of the hallway in the apartment that we lived in and walk across the living room right in front of my daughter. And as I'm watching this guy walk across the living room, I'm noticing my daughter is also following him. And I'm like, oh, fuck. She sees them. Oh my God, we're going to the loony bin together. Her and I. We're going to go crazy together. Oh my God, she sees them. What the fuck's going on? How does she see them too? I did that to her. Oh my God, I did that to her. And I just started freaking out. So, I watch her watch them and just sit there horrified for a while. And I'm like, all right. Okay. So she sees him just like I see him. Okay. 10 months later, well, actually, it doesn't matter. I had a miscarriage between her and my next child. I was pregnant at my 6-week checkup. Anyhow, 14 months later, God, my brain. 14 months later, we then have our son, Alex. Didn't really notice it as much with him. However, they shared a room, and I could hear people like talking over their baby monitors at times. They shared a room. They also shared a language. You get what I mean? When your kids are close and they're little like that. And they would sit up in their rooms and talk at night. And then it started that I would go into the bedroom and there were high towers of blocks and crazy things that were built in the bedroom that my children couldn't have done by themselves, you know? So then things got interesting.